Not one child, not two, not three, not even four. 8 children were fatally shot in the early morning hours of April 19th, 2026 in Shreveport, Louisiana. The shooter was related to all 8 children. 7 of the children were his. 1 was a nephew. What happened? What occurred? What would possess anyone to take the life of 8 children? And why would he shoot the mother, both mothers of his 7 children? Did he snap? Was mental illness involved? Was an unwanted divorce involved? Was this planned? What happened to make someone walk into a home and take the lives of 8 children? Let's take a deep dive into this horrific tragedy right now. Wednesday, my Cajun cuties. Yes, it's me, Anne-Marie, aka the Cajun Crime Queen from Carriacou, Louisiana. Cajun born, Cajun bred, and when I die, I'll be Cajun dead. I hope after this video that you like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne-Marie. And as always, thank you all for joining me on this Wicked Wednesday evening as we discuss another true crime case. How are y'all doing on this Wicked Wednesday evening? Thank y'all once again for joining me tonight. I hope y'all are all having a great evening and a great week so far. This past weekend was very tragic. As a lot of you may know, there was a mass shooting in Shreveport, Louisiana that occurred in the early morning hours of April 19th, 2026. And let me tell y'all this, I have covered over 250 cases over the past 2 years, and nothing has come close to this tragic case. Unfortunately, it is very common that we hear of parents taking the lives of their own children, their own flesh and blood. We hear about it almost every day, not just in the United States, but several other countries as well. And I want y'all to all bear with me as I discuss this case, because I took a deep dive into this case as I wanted to give y'all everything. I wanted y'all to have all the knowledge about this case. And when I did take a deep dive, it just brought me to tears. So I need y'all to just understand that there may be times I may start crying, but this case is one of the worst cases I've ever covered in 2 years. In the early morning hours of April 19th, 2026, in Shreveport, Louisiana, a mass shooting occurred, taking the lives of 8 children and critically injuring 2 women. Who would walk into a home, take the lives of 8 children, and then shoot their mothers? Who would do such a horrific act? Well, it was the father of 7 of those children and the relative of 1. Yes, a 31-year-old UPS driver named Shamar Elkins from Shreveport, Louisiana. Shamar Elkins was born around 1994 or 1995 in Shreveport, Louisiana. He served in the Louisiana Army National Guard as a signal system and fire support specialist from 2013 to 2020. He was never deployed and left as a private. Shamar Elkins had a prior criminal conviction. In 2019, he was arrested on charges of illegal use of weapons and carrying a firearm on school property. According to a police report, Shamar Elkins stated that he had walked outside to meet a friend who was going to pick him up when another person in the car pulled a gun and pointed it at him. Shamar admitted to firing 5 rounds at the car as it left. The incident took place less than 300 feet from a high school, and the gunshots were fired in the direction of a school while children were playing outside. Shamar Elkins pled guilty to the illegal weapons charge in October of 2019. A second charge was dismissed, and Shamar was placed on probation for 18 months. How scary is that? That Shamar Elkins shot a gun in the direction of a high school. There were kids outside. He could have taken the lives of one of these kids. A bullet could have struck one of these kids. This is so scary and horrific. However, he did not receive any jail time. He was just placed on probation. At the time of the shootings, Shamar Elkins was very distraught. His wife, Shaniqua, was planning to divorce him, and they were due in court the day after the shootings on April 20th, 2026. However, that did not happen due to the shootings. Shaniqua wanted a divorce, and she didn't want to be with Shamar anymore. It was said by Shamar's brother that he told his brother, dude, I don't want to lose my wife. I don't want to lose this situation. They had been together since 2014. They were married in 2024, and they had 4 daughters together. So Shamar did not want to lose his wife. And Shamar's mother did not raise him. A lady by the name of Betty Walker raised Shamar. And she states that 3 years prior to the shooting, Shaniqua wanted to leave Shamar and told Shamar she wanted to leave him. She said Shamar was furious. He was livid. And he told Shaniqua, if you leave me, I will kill you, I will kill the kids, and I'll kill myself. So Shaniqua did not leave. And let me pause right there and tell y'all this. If a man told me that, knowing me, I would end up staying with him, because I would say to myself, God, if I leave, we all going to die. I don't want that to happen. So you kind of stay in that relationship knowing that you don't want to stay, but you don't want everything to, just crumble down on you. So you stay in the relationship. So maybe this is why Shaniqua was staying in the relationship for so long. But now she's thought to herself, I'm ready to end this relationship. I don't want to be with him anymore. And that's why they were gone to court on April 20th, 2026. And it was also said by Betty Walker that Shamar tried to end his life in February of 2026. Shamar Elkins wasn't well at the time and needed help. According to Betty Walker, Shamar took meds and started counseling at a nearby Veterans Affairs hospital. And according to a family member, Shamar visited the hospital for a mental health evaluation and stayed for a week and a half before being released. I knew I wanted to take a deep dive into Shamar Elkins. I wanted to know all about him. And what do you do when you want to know about someone? You go through their social media. And as I was going through Shamar Elkins' social media pages, I found out a lot of things about Shamar Elkins. As I went through Shamar Elkins' social media pages, I noticed he posted on February 13th a picture of his children eating crawfish. On March 8th, he posted that if he could go back in time and have kids with a different woman but still have the same kids, he would. He also said he was trying to fix his life. On Easter Sunday, April 5th, Shamar Elkins posted a picture of all of his children saying he had a wonderful time at church for the first time with all of his kids and how he had a blessed day. Then 4 days later, he posted asking God to help him guard his mind and his emotions. Then just days before Shamar murdered 8 children, he posted a picture of his oldest daughter saying he had a one-on-one date with just he and his daughter, daddy-daughter time, having a bite to eat. However, Shamar was suffering in silence. Shamar Elkins had 7 children. He had 4 children with his wife, and he had 3 children with his ex-wife. And let me tell y'all something. Those children were so cute. They were precious. I was watching videos of them dancing, singing, having fun, playing, and Shamar Elkins was in several of those videos. You could tell Shamar Elkins truly loved his children. But what made Shamar Elkins snap? What made him walk into a home and murder 8 children and attempt to take the lives of both his baby mamas? What happened? Well, I'm going to walk you through a timeline on what happened, the tragic events on April 19th, 2026 in Shreveport, Louisiana. In the early morning hours of April 19th, 2026, this past Sunday, the attack began at 5:55 a.m., where on Howardson Street in Shreveport, Louisiana, Shamar Elkins entered his ex-wife's home, Christina Snow, who was shot and critically injured. Christina stated that Shamar had taken her 3 children and fled. Then Shamar drove to the 300 block of West 79th Street, where 8 children were fatally shot and killed. It is believed Shamar entered the home while the children slept. Shamar's wife, Shaniqua, was shot but not killed, who is in the hospital now. Shaniqua's sister, Kiosha, was also in the home with her 12-year-old daughter. Both were injured while escaping by jumping from a roof. One little boy was shot and killed on the roof while trying to escape the home. Could you imagine the chaos in this home? Could you imagine how frightened and scared these kids were? And the mothers to walk in a home and just look at your husband and your ex-husband and he shoots you and then he shoots your children. How terrifying is this? And the chaos, the kids jumping out of windows or exiting doors to get on top of a roof to try to escape. Do you know how scared they probably were? And this child that was shot and murdered on top of the roof while they were just trying to escape. My heart just breaks. I'm just speechless to know that these kids had to go through this. These were children. These were his own children that he walked into a home and took all of their lives. This is his flesh and blood, and he took their lives. And some of them were so scared that they escaped on a roof and they still lost their lives. This is horrific. This is absolutely horrific. At 6 a.m., police received a phone call from a family member who said he done shot the kids. He killed the kids. A neighbor 2 houses down from the West 79th Street home captured a video of Shamar Elkins running away. Shamar fled the scene, carjacked a car, leading police officers on a car chase. The chase led into Bossier City, Louisiana, about 15 miles away, and that is where Shamar Elkins died from a gunshot wound. Now, I don't know if Shamar Elkins took his own life. I don't know if he was shot by police officers. I don't know what occurred. I'm hearing several different stories. It just seems, in my personal opinion, that Shamar Elkins had hit rock bottom. This was the end for him. Something snapped in his head. It just seemed like this was all planned. I mean, you can't just wake up and say, you know what? I'm just going to go murder everyone, including my children. Or can you? Can you just snap like that? Can you say, you know what? It's Sunday. I'm going to go and I'm going to murder everyone that I love. I don't know what happens in someone's head. But what I do know is that 8 children lost their lives on that tragic day. And 2 women are in the hospital now fighting for their life. However, when and if they do recover, if they wake up and they make a full recovery, I don't know their status right now. I don't know, what's going on. They will find out that their children are deceased. They may know already. But do you know how heartbreaking that will be for these mothers to know that they will never see their children again? Never see them. And that right there is just very sad and very tragic for all the families involved. All in all, 8 children ranging from the age of 3 to 11 passed away on that tragic day. Jayla Elkins, 3 years old. Shayla Elkins, 5 years old. Kayla Pugh, 6 years old. Layla Pugh, 7 years old. Markaden Pugh, 10 years old. Braylon Snow, 5 years old. Kadarian Snow, 6 years old. Shariah Snow, 11 years old. Markaden Pugh was a children's cousin, the son of Shamar's brother-in-law. 4 people left wounded. 2 were shot, his wife Shaniqua Pugh, mother of his 4 children, and Christina Snow, Shamar's ex-wife and mother of his 3 children. 2 were injured but not shot. Keosha Pugh and her 12-year-old daughter were injured as they jumped off their roof to escape the shooter. I have spoken with a lot of people about this case, and a lot of people that I've spoken with all say the same thing. Anne-Marie, Shamar was fine. He was just a murderer. He was posted all over social media, crawfish, joking about this and that, saying how blessed he was for Easter. Everything was fine. He was posting his daughter days before the murder, the daddy-daughter date. In reality, he was telling his mother and his stepfather that he was having dark thoughts and he was suicidal. And he also told his stepfather that some people don't come back from their demons. So at the time, Shamar was suffering. He just didn't tell too many people. He was going through a lot. How many times do some of you have a person that you really love? You love them so much and you don't know they're suffering. You see him at a party one night. Y'all having fun. Y'all laughing. Y'all singing. Y'all dancing. You talking to him on the phone. And the next day you wake up and you find out they took their own life. And you look around. You're like, wait, what? I was just with them. I didn't even know anything was going on. Why? Because a lot of people that have mental illness, mental issues, suffer in silence. They don't tell anyone. They don't get the help they need. Shamar clearly needed help. He clearly needed help and didn't get it. And because he didn't get the help he needed, 8 children lost their lives that day. 8 children. 7 of these children were his and 1 was a relative. It's just so very sad. People do have normal lives. Then all of a sudden, when they're there by themselves, when it's late at night, when it's dark, they say to themselves, I don't want to be here anymore. What am I going through? Why am I here? If you are suffering with any type of mental illness, or if you're going through domestic violence, mental abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, get the help that you need. I am serious, y'all. Get the help that you need, because you don't know what could happen. And if someone comes up to you and says, I'm suicidal, I don't know what to do, I'm having all these dark thoughts going through my head, I have demons in my head, get them the help they need. Don't just be like, oh, you'll get through it, you'll be fine, everything's fine, don't worry about it. Just go to sleep. Just take something to go to sleep. Just work harder. Just do this. No, stop and take that person serious. Take that person very serious, because you don't know what's going on in their heads. I don't know why Shamar Elkins did the things that he did do. I don't know why. I don't know if it was because he was suffering from the past. I don't know if it's because he didn't want to get divorced from his wife, Shaniqua. I don't know what it is. I don't know if these demons just took over him. But I will tell you this. If someone wants to walk out of your life, let them go. I have said this in several of my videos. If a person does not want to be with you, it's their loss, not yours. Don't chase after them. Don't go crazy. Definitely don't murder them. Don't call their phones. We've all done it. Trust me, I've done it myself. However, people know what's right for them. People know at the time, this relationship isn't right for me right now. I can't do this. Or we have been together for 10 years, 12 years, whatever it is. I want to move on from you. I don't want to be with you anymore. Let them walk out of your life. Let them go. It's their loss, not yours. A person knows what's good for them. And if they think their relationship with you isn't what they want at the time, it's because they know what they want. Don't chase after them. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, for me, that's the worst. That will drive me even further away. If I tell someone I don't want to be with them and they keep coming back, that's going to drive me even further away. But Shamar just wasn't getting that message, it seems like. It seems like he loved his wife. He didn't want this divorce. He didn't want to lose his wife or his family. But if somebody wants to walk away from you, let them go. It's going to be hard. As a lot of you may know, I went through a divorce. It is one of the hardest things I've had to go through. You find something little, or you see a child. Like for me, I have a child with the man that I divorced. It is hard. There's so many memories. You move out of the house, you're crying the whole time, you're packing up all your stuff, and you think this is the end. I'm never going to find someone else. I'm never going to be the same. No. With time, you will move on. You will find love again. It's just not at that time. But Shamar Elkins was going through so much at the time. He knew he had demons. He was suicidal. He was having dark thoughts. And I'm going to end this video with my thoughts and my prayers go out to everyone that is involved in this case. Everyone. The police officers that found the children, the mothers that are recovering in the hospital, the family members of all the deceased. My thoughts and my prayers are with each and every one of you. I am praying for everyone that is involved in this case. My final thought, I always give y'all my final thought. And my final thought is, I'm sure y'all already know, if you are suffering from mental illness, please seek out the help that you need. If you are suffering with domestic violence, physical abuse, mental abuse, or verbal abuse, please get the help that you need. There are several hotlines out there. There are several hospitals that will help you. There are several people that you can reach out to. You can even reach out to me if you need. I'm here for each and every one of you. I don't know why Shamar Elkins did commit this crime. I don't know what was going through his head. Was he upset about the divorce that was coming up? Was he upset about himself and thought, I'm so upset right now, I'm just going to go take the life of my baby mamas, myself, and my children, so we all leave this earth? Or did he want to take everybody's life and then didn't realize he was going to get shot? Like I said earlier, I don't know how Shamar Elkins died. I'm hearing several different stories. I don't know if the police shot him or he did in fact take his own life. I don't know. But we just don't know what was going through Shamar Elkins' head that day for him to commit such a horrific crime. Yo, this is horrific. This is the craziest thing I've ever worked on. And it happened in my own state of Louisiana. Can y'all believe that? In Louisiana, in Shreveport, Louisiana. It's so heartbreaking. My thoughts and my prayers are with the family members, especially Christina and Shanika, the mothers of all 7 children who are in the hospital now fighting for their lives. I hope y'all both a full recovery. Y'all gonna need all the prayers and strength that y'all need. I cannot imagine what y'all going through. I cannot imagine losing all of my children. That is the worst thought I could think of. That is the worst thing ever. And I want all of you to know that I'm praying for each and every one of you, everyone involved in this case. My heart goes out to you. And as always, stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings and always know that I'm here for each and every one of you. I hope after this video that you like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. And as always, thank y'all all for the love and support. And for you, I am truly grateful. I will see y'all next week with more Cajun Crime Queen videos. And remember to hug your children tight, hug your grandchildren tight, because you never know what tomorrow holds. And once again, I love each and every one of y'all, and I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great night. Bye.